I cussed her out in her office. And I mean, not my finest moment for sure. But it ended up going the way that it needed to go. I ended up going back to work, continuing what I was doing. And then like a week or two later, one of the front office staff was leaving. And so she decided to throw a party, which she had never done for any of the other technicians. And she didn't do that for the spa manager who had worked there for over 10 years. And so like there was definitely a lot of favoritism that happened in there, which was not ideal, but it happened. It is what it is. Sometimes it just happens. And at this particular party, it was at her house. Her son was throwing knives in the kitchen and she was intoxicated, which personally, I don't judge people for their what they choose to do outside of work. Like what you choose to do to relax, you choose to relax. You do you. I personally believe that if you are hosting a party at your house for your employees, you should look and act professionally. Even if it's slightly less professional than what you show up to work as, it's still more professional than getting drunk and intoxicated, filling your squirt guns up with hot spa water, and spraying everybody in the face inside the house. And so that's what happened. I ended up getting squirted in the face multiple times with the hot spa water, and I was just livid. I wanted to leave. So I left. I left without saying goodbye to her or without saying thank you for the party and for hosting. And the next day she comes up to me and addresses it and was like, I heard you made a scene when you left, and like just all attitudey with me. And I don't play that way. I don't do attitudes. Like if you have a problem, address it. Yes, I didn't address it because it wasn't that big of a deal and I just wanted to go home. I didn't want to make a stink about it. I didn't want to get upset about it. I didn't want other people to be upset about it. I just let whoever knew on the way out that I was leaving because I got squirted in the face and it was unpleasant. And I also don't like parties. I don't do crowds, which is ironic considering I'm going to be speaking in September. But I digress. So she brought it up and she continued to push at me until I broke. I told her, you've made this an incredibly uncomfortable work situation for me. So I'm giving you my 2 weeks notice. My last day is X. And I think it was only like a week and a half rather than 2 weeks. And I was leaving for a 2 week vacation. So before she left the break room, her last words to me were, "Oh, I think we can get you out of here sooner than that." She goes up to the front, and I guarantee you, she looked at my schedule and was like, shit, she is fully booked for this next week and a half. Because she came back with her purse, and she had just got there. She came back with her purse, all of her stuff, storming out. I was like, I can't believe you're doing this to me, and slammed the door. And while I can appreciate where she's coming from in that I didn't give her a full 2 weeks, I also didn't take any clients because that's not ethical. And also because I was not necessarily operating at the same level of luxury that the spa was offering. Not that it was the most luxurious medical spa, but I also didn't want to leave on necessarily bad terms and take people that she or her staff had worked hard to gain.